Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Athaya Farhana from the English Education Study Program at Presentasi Islamic University. Today, I would like to present my research proposal entitled The Correlation Between Online Reading Habit and Reading Comprehension Achievement of 7th Grade Students at Junior High School in Palembang. Background of the study. Reading is one of the most important language skills because it helps students gain knowledge and information through written text. However, many students still experience problems in reading comprehension, especially in understanding vocabulary, finding main ideas, and interpreting information from text. Besides language ability, students' reading habits also influence their comprehension achievement. In today's digital era, students spend more time reading through online platforms using smartphones and the internet. Therefore, online reading habits become an important issue to investigate. Problems identified. Several problems can be identified in this study. First, students' reading interest is still relatively low. Second, many students mostly access entertainment content rather than academic reading materials online. In addition, previous studies produce inconsistent results. Some students found insignificant relationship between reading habit and reading comprehension, while others found no significant correlation. There are also research gaps. Empirically, findings are inconsistent. Analytically, most studies focus on general reading habits rather than online reading habits. Contextually, limited students investigate 7th grade students in Palembang. Research question. Based on the background of the study, there are two research questions in this research. The first question investigates whether there is a correlation between online reading habit and reading comprehension achievement. The second question investigates whether online reading habit contributes significantly to students' reading comprehension achievement. Research objectives. The objectives of this study are aligned with the research question. First, this study aims to identify the correlation between online reading habit and reading comprehension achievement. Second, this study aims to determine how much online reading habit contributes to students' reading comprehension achievement. Significance of the study. This study provides both theoretical and practical significance. Theoretically, this study contributes to English language education by providing evidence about the relationship between online reading habit and reading comprehension. Practically, this study benefits students by increasing awareness of positive reading habits, helps teachers design better digital reading activities, and can serve as a reference for future researchers. Literature review reading comprehension. Reading comprehension refers to students' ability to understand and interpret written text. Is it not only about reading words but also about constructing meaning from text? Several components support reading comprehension, such as understanding vocabulary, identifying main ideas, understanding details, and making inferences. Reading comprehension is influenced by many factors, including reading habit, motivation, background, knowledge, and reading strategies. Literature review online reading habit. Reading habit refers to students' reading activities in digital environments using devices such as smartphones or computers. Online reading has unique characteristics, including nonlinear reading, skimming, and scanning through multiple sources. Online reading provides many advantages because information can be accessed easily and quickly. However, it also creates challenges because students may only superficially or focus more on entertainment content rather than academic materials. Previous studies. Several previous studies support the idea that reading habit positively affects reading comprehension. For example, studies by Pam and Riananti found significant relationships between reading habit and comprehension achievement. However, other studies such as Gianni and Marpau found no significant relationship. This inconsistent findings strengthen the importance of conducting further research in this area. Hypothesis. This study used to hypothesize the alternative hypothesis states that there is a significant correlation between online reading habit and reading comprehension achievement. Meanwhile, the null hypothesis states that there is not significant correlation between the two variables. Research design. This study used a quantitative method with a correlational research design. The purpose is to identify the relationship between two variables suggestively. The independent variables is online reading habit represented by X, while the dependent variable is reading comprehension achievement represented by Y. Population and sample. The population of this study consists of 413 seventh grade students from two junior high school in Palembang. The sample includes 126 students selected from four classes using cluster random sampling. Two classes were selected from each school. Research instrument. This study used two instruments. The first instrument is the Online Reading Habit Questionnaire or ORXQ. It consists of 24 items divided into three dimensions. The second instrument is a reading comprehension test containing four multiple choice questions based on four different text types aligned with a grade 7 curriculum. Validity, reliability, and readability. These instruments were tested for validity, reliability, and readability. Validity was measured using person-product moments correlation. From 50 tryout questions, 40 valid items were retained. The written results show high consistency because the convex alpha values are above 0.x0. The reliability test also confirms that all reading texts are appropriate for 7th grade students. Data collection procedure. The data collection process begins with obtaining information from the schools. After that, students complete the ORXQ questionnaire through Google Forms. Then students take the reading comprehension test. Finally, all collective data are analyzed using SPSS 27. Data analysis. Several statistical analyses are used in this study. Descriptive analysis summarized in data. Then prerequisite tests including normality and linearity tests are considered. Finally, hypothesis testing uses Gaussian product moment correlation and simple linear regression analysis to identify correlation and contribution between variables. Conclusion and expectation. In conclusion, this study investigates whether online reading habit influences students' reading comprehension achievement. This research is important because digital reading has become a major part of students' daily learning activities. Is it expected that his study will encourage students to develop positive online reading habits, helps teachers create effective digital reading activities, and inspire future research to conduct related students. Okay, thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.